What's going on, people? It's Mr. Back again with a preview show. Hope everyone's fit and well. And it's the big one. Big FA Cup match. Nottingham Forest against Arsenal tomorrow, 5:30 kickoff. But I've got to introduce this man. This man has gone from 0 to 100 from so much. And I've been excited for this guy to come to the show. And people know who he is. Like, he's not been born. Big Arsenal fan. And we've got the man himself, Curtis Shaw. How you doing, Curtis?
I'm good, bro. Happy to be here, man. You know, usually when I watch your show, I'm supporting you in it, but you know, this time obviously it's a little bit different. But no, happy to be here, bro. Good to be with you.
Yeah, but like I said, people, Curtis from Nottingham, and I've known him from way back. I used to be in my back pocket all the time when he used to play football, but now
behave.
And now he's a YouTube star. Like I said, he just reached 40k subscribers. People, if you're a Forest fan, go and subscribe to Curtis. He's just fantastic content. So people in the link below, follow Curtis. And people, if you know who's Curtis, talk about your channel before we do start about the big game.
I mean, yeah, obviously Curtis Shaw TV, and you know what? I have to give you some of the credit because I remember when we was talking in Nottingham, and I was like, I want to get started, and I remember you'd just been nominated for the awards. I saw your video at the Man City ground, and I was like, you kind of seeing you have that success. It made me like, oh, do you know what? It's the time now for me to get started, and the way it's taken off, and obviously I hit 40,000 yesterday, and
massive,
you know it when you start.
People in the comments, congratulations to Curtis, because like I say, it's massive. When you work hard, like I said, I've got 5k, but Curtis, 40k. And how long have you been doing it, Curtis? Is it 2 years now, or nearly 2 years?
Yeah, nearly 2 years now.
Nearly 2 years, and you got 40k. So that is massive. Like how you're working hard as well with doing it. But people in the comments, you've got to applaud that.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah, Curtis, let's start. Like a massive game. When the draw came out, how was you feeling? Like, you're not even born, but how was you feeling when the draw come out?
Do you know what it is? It was bittersweet for me because on one hand I'm like, oh, I love seeing Arsenal play against Forest, but obviously, I'm a Nottingham boy. I'm from St Anne's, and Forest are my second team. I know in football you always say you can't have a second team, but they are my home team. So after the Arsenal result, Forest is the team I look for. So on one hand, I was like, you know what? It's good that Arsenal get to go to the City ground, but obviously disappointed because I want Arsenal to win, and if they win, they knock out Forest. But listen, it's a good game. I think Forest priorities are elsewhere, to be honest. I think obviously you want to win the game, but I think deep down, you need to try and get in the playoffs. Sometimes an FA Cup run's actually a bit of a distraction for Championship teams. So. But listen, it's a glamour tie, isn't it? The hometown team against the team I support at the City ground on TV. So it is a good game. I think it'll be exciting.
People, like I said, we'll be here like 20 minutes. But if anyone's got any questions for Curtis, please do. Like I said, big game tomorrow for both teams. Like I said, I'll be talking to Curtis about Arsenal, and I'm going to talk about the form as well. Like I said, I watch Curtis Shaw the show all the time, and he has his ups, he has his downs, he has his little rants as well. But Curtis, tell everyone, I'm talking about my viewers, man. Like Arsenal, how they've been doing. On your opinion, like I know you've been Arteta in, Arteta out, but morally out. But Curtis, tell everyone, how are you feeling about Arsenal's form and the manager?
Do you know what? It's been like a roller coaster with this guy, Ben, because like when he got the job, I'm like, how are we giving the job to somebody that's never been a manager? Like for a club the size of Arsenal, it's like such a crazy thing to do. He wins the FA Cup in the first year, and I'm like, all right, maybe we're onto something here. But then last year was a bit of a disaster for us. We got knocked out of Europe. The first time we've been out of Europe for over 20 years. And I was just like, I can't believe the club is sticking by him. But to be fair to him, he stuck his chest out and took all the criticism from people like me, and he has turned things around.
You've got to watch Curtis. Right, every time Arsenal lose, Curtis is on it.
I've been on him. I've been on him, Ben. I'm like, yo, what's going on, man? Like at times I've said things that I look back on now. I think, I was a little bit harsh on him there. But at the start of the season, if you'd have said, by the start of the new year, Arsenal will be fourth in the Premier League, Carabao Cup semi-final, I think every Arsenal fan would have bit your hand off. So I have to give him the credit he deserves. He signed a lot of young players, and I think they're buying into what he wants. So listen, I have to give him credit. Ashley Bickerstaff, man, I used to play football with
Yeah,
him when I was younger. City boys.
shout out to Ashley, man.
Big up
Shout out
Ash.
to Ashley. Yeah, Marco Owens, congratulations, Curtis. I think that's for your 40K as well. But like
Yes,
the people
welcome.
say, get comments in, people. Yeah, come on, Curtis, what you're saying?
Yeah, so like for me, it's crazy the way he's turned things around because I didn't expect it, but I think with Arsenal fans at the moment, it's like enjoy where we are, but we still got a long way to go. Like, you've seen it before when your team is close to achieving it and things can go wrong. We've seen Forest nearly get to the playoffs and that with Lamucci. So for me, it's like if we can get top 4 this season, it would be unbelievable for us because I don't think any fan felt that we were ready to get in the top 4. And I think because Man United have kind of bottled it this season so far, it's given us that opportunity of getting 4th. So we just got to keep going. We got to keep going, man, and see where it takes us.
I've been on all Arsenal podcasters and YouTube channels. Like,
Yeah.
the result, like if Forest lose, if Arsenal lose against Forest, and then you've got Liverpool, then you've got Spurs. What's going to be reaction towards it? Do you want him out of the club? Because these next week is a massive for you, isn't it?
Oh, it's massive. I mean, listen, I don't want to. I want to stay away from that energy because I've been there before, and it comes with a real backlash as well. But listen, it's crunch time for Arsenal now. Like you said, Forest in the cup. Then we go to Liverpool on Thursday in the semi-final, which Anfield's one of the hardest grounds you can go. And then we play Tottenham, our biggest rivals, away on Sunday. And that is a very difficult week. And I don't know how he's gonna kind of manage the squad. We got 4 players away at the African Cup of Nations. Gabriel suspended. Apparently, we've got 4 players out with COVID. So Ainsley Maitland-Niles left today. He's signed for Roma. So it's going to be interesting how he manages the squad. But I think the Forest game will be a tough game for us. Like, I'm not going to come on here and start saying, we're going to batter Forest. I think it will be a hard game for us, man. So I think it will definitely be worth watching. That's for sure.
I was watching when you played Sunderland and the other. Who's that centre midfielder? Is it Charlie? Was it
Patino?
Patino. I'm hearing he could play for Forest, and I keep saying Ryan Yates. He's going to be in Ryan Yates' back pocket if he does start. But these youngsters, Arsenal, like, do you think they'll get a game? Because like I said, you mentioned there's quite a lot of players. Like, you got 4 players out and Ofcom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Quite a lot of players away, but you still got a strong side, aren't you? Like, these youngsters, they're not messing around. Like, you got Saka, you got Smith Rowe, they're still quality, aren't they?
Yeah, there's still quality. I mean, we've got Pepe, El Neni, Partey, Aubameyang. They're all at AFCON. Gabriel, who's our best centre-back, he's suspended tomorrow. He got sent off against Man City. Yeah, he's out. He's got a 1-match ban. See, he should have missed the game against Liverpool on Thursday, but Liverpool obviously called the game off, so he misses the Forest game. So that's another boost for Forest. And I think, like I said, we've apparently got 4 players out with COVID, but we can't use that excuse. We got 25 players in the squad. I think everyone's suffering with this virus at the moment. So we still should have a strong team. I'm just intrigued as to what side he picks because on one hand,
it's weird, isn't it? It's weird, isn't it? Like, I'm there's players off. I'm like, who are you going to play? Like, you still got a good side, whoever you play. So it don't matter, does it?
I mean, just like you, I know your game was called off in the week 1 against, was it Barnsley? Got called off.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at Arsenal now. I'm thinking, well, we've got Liverpool on Thursday, so we can't go full strength. But then at the same time, we haven't played for a week. So he might look at our team and think, you know what, you need to keep ticking over and I need to pick a strong team. So, we've won the FA Cup 4 times in the last 7 years. So, and last year we got knocked out to Southampton. The fans were fuming about the way we went out.
You even lost the Forest 4-2. You've not mentioned that, have you, Curtis?
Oh, mate. Well, I try not. Was that Lehigh? Is that guy Lee at top corner? I said, yo, that was a dark day for me. Arsene Wenger towards the end, man. Forest bullied us that day, man. So, listen, man. Man, a friend of mine plays for Kidderminster. Kidderminster beat Reading today. Kidderminster in like
Yeah,
conference.
I seen it. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The FA Cup is made for shock. So, you know, I am nervous about the game. I got to be honest, because you know Forest City Ground will be full. It's on TV, late kickoff. We're gonna have a young team out. You know, I hope they can deal with the occasion. Hopefully they'll be all right, but it'll be hard.
I've seen like we mentioned like if you lose to Forest, you lose to Liverpool, you lose to Spurs. But the main question I was talking to other Arsenal fans. If you lose these 3 games and Arteta gets you top 4, would you be happy or not?
Oh, mate, if he gets top 4, that's like a miracle. I'll be eating a lot of humble pie because I actually at one point was doing like a Netflix series, like it was like Arteta out part 4, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I was calling him Pep's cone man and everything. The people were hammering me, man.
Mate, people get on Curtis's YouTube channel because he makes me laugh. When I lose Curtis, I'm going Curtis channel because he makes the way the meltdown. Like you see what loads of Arsenal fans, but Curtis goes, "You're detailed with the way you speak," and you go mad.
Bro,
like,
it's mad, man. Because do you know what? I've probably been spoiled, Ben. I've probably been spoiled. Growing up, I've seen winning the league, winning FA Cups, Champions League finals. So this like Arsenal finishing 8th in the league and stuff. I don't know how to handle that, but you know, other fans would say you're a bit spoiled, man. But you know, it is what it is. But this week could really like kind of make or break our season in a way because you know we could potentially be in a cup final and put a bit of breathing space between us and Tottenham for that top 4 spot. Obviously, if it goes the other way around, you know, we could be out of the cups and hanging on for top 4. So it's a big week, man. Big week.
Last but not least, we'll talk about the Premiership. Like, where do you think Arsenal will finish? Like I said, right at this moment in time, like I know you lost to Man City, but you still played great. Yeah. Where do you think Arsenal will finish this season?
Do you know what? At the start of the season, I only predicted 7th. I wasn't confident. Yeah, I wasn't confident, man. I wasn't really sure about the signings, but do you know what? Like, I think a lot depends what we do in this transfer window, you know, because Arteta said yesterday that we want to sign players in this window. I think if we can get maybe a midfielder and a striker. Obviously, there's a whole Aubameyang situation going off at the moment. Bob said I'm spoiled, but listen, I know, people, I know. Listen, I'm a Nottingham boy, so I saw Forest, you know, growing up, European Cups. You lot are in the Championship, so you've seen real struggles, man. I'm probably spoiled, but listen, if we can get top 4, it'd be unbelievable. I think it's still gonna be a stretch for this team, but if we can sign, I think they're trying to sign 2 players in this window. If we get 2 quality players in this window, I think we got a chance of top 4. I think realistically, probably top 6. But you know, as a fan, you're always hoping.
What position, Chris? What positions do you think? Like I said, we know about Abba's story. Like he's not in Lacquer as well. 6-month contract. He could be gone. Like, but what positions do you think Arsenal needs to strengthen to get that top 4?
Bro, we need a centre midfielder. Desperately.
You've had an issue with that since midfield, haven't you?
We've had an issue with this for years, Ben. Like we you know, since like Vieira and them players, we've always had gaps in midfield. Obviously we signed Thomas Partey, who's a beast, but hasn't always played like a beast. And you know, Xhaka, who, you know, I'm sure you got players at Forest who divide opinion. I always hear you defending Ryan Yates and players like that.
Yes.
Granit Xhaka is, for me, like, he is like my kryptonite to Superman. Like, he just winds me up, bruv. Like, I don't understand, but he's committed. But like, the man's had like 50 yellow cards in 6 years, like 5 red cards, and it's crazy. So we desperately need a midfielder. I think we're going to need a striker because I think Aubameyang will leave. And Lacazette, like you said, has only got 6 months. So, yeah, we need a midfielder and a striker.
So we'll talk about tomorrow's game. Like I said, massive game for both clubs as well. People in the comments as well, watch your prediction for the score. I'll get Curtis' prediction at the end. So are you nervous about tomorrow? Like I said, you've got so many players out, but how are you feeling, Curtis, about tomorrow's game, man?
Do you know what? I do think we'll win. Like, I'm gonna be respectful. I'm not gonna come on here and start
Curtis,
talking
have
too
it.
big.
Say
But
what I want. Say whatever,
yeah,
Curtis.
no. I think we'll win. I do think we'll win because our confidence is high at the moment, and I do think he'll play a mix of like some of the youngsters and some of the stronger players in. He knows that with the week we've got, for him to lose to Forest would, it would just put huge pressure on us going into the Liverpool and Tottenham game. So I think he needs to just go there. I think if we score early, we'll win the game. Rebel, yeah, listen, man, I know, I get it every time. Do you know what? A Forest fan messaged me this already. When I retweeted, I was coming on the show. He's like, "Champions of Europe, you'll never sing that." I said, "All right, cool." Like, what I mean? I'm a Nottingham boy. I let it slide, but it pains me, man. It pains me, man. 2006, we should have won it, but nah, man. I think Arsenal will win, but I think it'll be a tight game. I think if we score early, I think we can kind of pull away. I think the longer the game's 0-0, the belief will grow into you that you can cause an upset. And a lot of Arsenal fans been talking. I've seen a lot of confidence. I said, listen, man, the FA Cup it's made for upsets. When we've been on the end of it before, like you said, man, Lehigh top corner,
Yeah.
painful days, man. So I think we'll win, but I think it will be a close game. I think you'll give us a tough game.
I thought to ask you, Curtis, like Arsenal always in European football all the time. But what's it like? No European football this season. Like, but it's less pressure. So you mostly your top four is guaranteed into it if you're not going to European football.
Well, you like to think that, but like I said, maybe I'm a bit spoiled, man. I'm used to midweek and trips abroad and things like that. Obviously, it's tough now with all this COVID. You can't really go abroad too much, but I haven't enjoyed it. I have to admit, man, I haven't enjoyed it. I'm used to seeing Arsenal in Europe, and do you know what? Like when we're in the Europa League, I feel like we can win that competition. We kind of became like also rans in the Champions League. Like we've just been in there to make up the numbers for a few years, but yeah, no Europe for Arsenal, man. That's where my frustration really came with the manager, because I'm like, how can this guy take us out of Europe for the first time in like 25 years and keep his job? But like I said, he's fighting back, and I think no Europe's probably helped us this year because while everyone else is traveling and getting injured, we're sitting at home relaxing. So I think at the moment it has helped us no Europe, but. I want us to get back in Europe next year, man. Like Rebel City keeps throwing them stars up at me. We need a star on the shirt. I know. Make sure you point the right way.
I almost done over there.
Two stars. Talk to me about Forest, man. What about Forest?
No,
Brennan Johnson.
That's the next thing I like to say to you. Like I always say to opposite fans, like for Forest. What do you think of Forest? I know you spend loads of time in the Premiership, but with Forest, like you mentioned, like Brendan Johnson, like what do you think of Forest? Like, it's been 22 years now, Curtis. Like, do you think like we've got Steve Cooper, we've done great with him? Do you think Forest could make the playoffs?
Do you know what? Like, I do keep a close eye on Forest and your channel. Obviously, like I've said it openly. Like when I was a kid, Forest was the first team that I watched live. My dad used to take me to the Forest games because I couldn't get to Highbury and tickets were well expensive and all of that. I think with Forest now, I think you've got a very good manager. It was a shame with Chris Hughton because I thought Chris Hughton was a good appointment, but I felt like he hasn't moved from like football 5 years ago. His tactics were kind of outdated.
That was a problem, Chris. That was a problem because I said,
yeah,
as you know, we couldn't go to the matches last year. It was COVID.
Yeah.
And when you're watching the football, even his first game in charge against Blackburn, it was boring. And it was going on the first, and then 7 games into it, I think we're drawn 6.
Yeah.
It wasn't exciting. And then the start of the season, we lost 5 out of 6. We even drawn against Derby, and watching it was boring. I respect what he's done. I respect what he does, Curtis. But football-wise, you just mentioned like he wasn't up for it. Like you talk about my man's like Wenger. Like he was. I think he was losing it at the end, wasn't it? Like Jose Mourinho, he was losing at the end with Spurs. Putin, he wasn't great, but yeah. Can't what you're saying.
No, yeah, like I said, man, I thought Houghton would be a good appointment, but he just looked outdated. I think, like people saying there, Brennan Johnson, man, I think he is. Every time I watch Forest play and watch him, like he's exciting. He runs at the fullback. He's got end product as well. I just hope for the sake of Forest that you can get promotion soon, because Premier League clubs will start sniffing around him if he's in the Championship for too long.
Mm.
But no, I think you've got a good manager. I think you're playing better football now. I don't know. When I watch Forest, I think what you're lacking, and you will know better than me, I just think you need that striker. I think,
Yeah.
like Graben a couple years ago was like 20 goal a season striker. He looks a little bit past it now. He's still got a goal in him, but he's not 20 goals a season.
I think with that, with Grabbing, Curtis, like under Houghton, he wasn't great. He scored 6 goals last season, the whole season. Cooper's come in now, changed him. He scored 10 since he's come in. So he has changed. And you mentioned he's 34 years old now.
Yeah.
But he can't. He's not. His legs are not going to carry on. But Graben, he's been okay. I don't think he'll start tomorrow though. I personally think he will. I don't think he will. We've got Lau Taylor. He'll deal with Chambers or Holding or whoever plays in the defence. But yeah, like last but not least, Curtis. Like I said, this is Curtis Shaw. He's a big Arsenal fan. What's your prediction for tomorrow? And as well, people comments. Put your prediction as well. What's your prediction for tomorrow, Curtis?
See, I'm gonna go. I've gone for 3-1. I'm gonna go for 3-1, which sounds like a comfortable victory, but I think it will be a hard game for Arsenal. I've gone for 3-1. I think, like I said, if we can score early, I think we will get on top. If we don't score early, though, it'll be difficult, because you've got a lot of experience in your team with Cork and Graben and players like that who've been in the FA Cup for a number of years. If we play people like Patino, who's 17, 18, even though he's got all the talent in the world, a packed City ground on a cold Sunday night in front of the cameras, that's not an easy game. So, it'll be a difficult one. It will be difficult. So yeah, but I think Forest will have a good go at us. I'm expecting you to make it difficult for us, but I'm going for a 3-1 win. I got to back my team, but yeah, it will be difficult.
So Curtis says 3-1, people. Before we do go, and before I start shit, I forgot to praise Curtis because, as you know, Kevin Campbell has been on my channel so many times, and if it wasn't for this guy Curtis, it wouldn't have happened. So Curtis, on this live stream, Curtis, I want to say thank you very much for getting Kevin Campbell on this stream, because, like I said, this guy, if it wasn't for Curtis, he wouldn't have been tonight. I wouldn't have known him. So Curtis, like people, if it wasn't Curtis, I've known Curtis, Kevin Campbell. So respect for that, Curtis, for doing that.
Listen, Ben. I always watch your vlogs on like Sunday. I'm always supporting you. I'm like I said, I like to see Forest do it. I'd love to see Forest back in the Prem. Massive fan base, good club, good training ground. I think you have got the right manager in Cooper. I think he's playing good football. He's good with the youngsters. I just hope, it'd be good for you to get in the playoffs this season. You're not far away from it. If you have a good January, I know you've just signed someone who you're going to do a video about later.
Yeah, so. As well, people. So after this, I've got the Canadian guy afterwards with 2 Toronto fans on. So make sure you do watch it as well. But yeah,
is he going to be available to play tomorrow? Because I know you signed Steve Cook as well, didn't you, the other day?
We signed Steve Cook. We signed Keenan Davis from Aston Villa as well. So this transfer window is going mad, and it's not even started. It's not even started. So we're buying players, but I don't even know. I don't think he will.
No, he's only just come.
He's only just come.
What's your score prediction then? I want your prediction.
Oh my days! You know what? Because I'd never give my prediction. But to be fair, I've gave my prediction to all the Arsenal fans. What I said, right? I don't think Arsenal will do it. They've got a good side, but I personally think it will end 1-1, but Arsenal will win penalties.
Okay.
It's okay, like all these players going on international duty, COVID, blah blah, but they still got a good side. And we mentioned like with Holding, who's your right back? He's a right back.
Tommy Yasu, we've got, yeah.
Yeah, but he won't play tomorrow, will he?
I don't think he'll play. He'll probably play Cedric or someone.
Cedric as well. He'll play. Like got players like Smith Rowe, and then like Eddie Nketiah. I like him, but he's not an Arsenal player.
No. He's not Arsenal. He's not. I have arguments about Eddie Nketiah all the time because he's young. He come through the system. The fans like him, but you play him in the Premier League, he doesn't do anything. He scores goals in the Carabao Cup against like teams from the lower leagues and that. So. Maybe you should come and get some players on loan from us, man. We've got some good youngsters.
We just had one. We're 2-2.
Oh, yeah, no, he's not. I don't know about
him. No, we had him. No,
you sent him back, didn't you?
Yeah, we sent him back because he kept getting injured. He got injured twice for us. So now he's come back to Arsenal. Because, don't get me wrong, when he comes to Forest, I think the game against Swansea, he played fantastic. He was playing left back. But he's a good player, but too many injuries. He had the same problem at Cardiff. Same problem. I think he went on to Holland. Kept getting injured. Come to Forest. Played 4 games. So
where's Cole Jenkinson at, man? He's still in your reserve.
Can we take him back? Can you have him back? No, he's not in the team, Curtis. He's not in the squad. No, he's not good enough. Because what it was, he come in. Matty Cash. I didn't say it, but my friend Malcolm said it. Matt Cash wasn't a right back.
I remember
that. Matt Cash played right back, and Jenkins just didn't have a chance. And since then, not been seen, not a squad number. He's not been played for the reserve side. So I don't know where Jenkins is. So I think that's been him forever, isn't it? So it is what it is, man. Curtis, it's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. Long overdue.
It's been overdue. People, like I said, Curtis has just reached 40K subscribers on his YouTube channel. If you haven't, the link is below. Make sure you subscribe to Curtis Shaw. But Curtis, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for coming on the channel. And as well, people, as you know, Forest have signed the Canadian right back Richie Lana from Toronto FC. I have got 2 Toronto fans after the show. It starts at 10 o'clock. So please come on with me. I've got as well Lee Goodburn and Dylan Nassau as well. But people, tomorrow, massive game, another easy game for Forest to play tomorrow. Hopefully, if Forest win, Curtis leaves his DMs open because I've had enough of all these Arsenal fans. Shout out to Claudius and Marcus. They're absolutely hammering me all week about this game. So hopefully another repeat that we had when Forest beat you 4-2. But Curtis, like I said, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much. Go and support Curtis Shaw on his channel. Make sure if you are new to my channel, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and then hopefully the best team win. Like I said, Curtis, one more thing, Curtis. Can you say up the rest for Forest, please?
No, I can't say that, mate. I'm sorry.
We'll like to people. Peace and love, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Take care,
up the Reds.